Hello and welcome to part 3. Today we're going to be going over custom sounds and lip sync and particles, which is basically just the rest of what you need to know. From that point on, using the other two lessons before, you'll be able to create pretty much whatever you want to. But if you do have any further questions, or if people want a part 4 with stuff that I've missed, if you found stuff that I've missed, then I will be happy to do that. But let's not waste any time and get right into it. What we want to do is we want to create a sound. I'm using Dark Audacity to begin with. You can use Audacity. This is just one that doesn't track you, so I highly recommend that. First thing you want to do, make sure you've got the project hertz or project rate at the bottom, the hertz set to 44,100. That just means it's compatible with Dota 2's sound system, I guess. So we're going to press the record. We're just going to say something, and then we'll save it. So, hello. I'm going to cut it a little bit. Hello. There we go. File, export, export as WAV. We're going to put it in, I guess, documents. And we'll name it hello.wav. Cool. Now, go to Steam, right-click Dota, go to Manage and Browse Local Files. Go to Content, Dota Add-ons. Find the folder you created earlier. So for me, this is test for SFM, and then sounds, and then find where you put your file that you created, and then copy it, paste it in here. And that is a custom sound added in. So once that's done, we can launch Dota 2 tools, as like before. Oh, that's the wrong add-on. Test for SFM. There we go. Then we go back into Source Filmmaker. Let's create a session, call it lip sync, set the frame rate to 60, and create. Set session map, Dota. We will create a camera. Remember that we need to select it to motion. Put the camera somewhere, create a sky, create a model, and for this one we're just going to be, we don't really care what items it is, we're not going to be animating the body, just the face. We will move him to here, camera move to here. Okay. So now that we've got him in position, we want a sound. So we go back into the clip editor. We have the sound folders here. So we right click on one of these and do add sound clip to track. And then you'll have all the sounds that you've created, as well as every single sound that Dota has. So if I search for laugh, you'll come up with all the different laughs of all the different heroes. So we're going to search for hello. There it is. And now if I press space, hello. Perfect. So, how do we do lip sync? Well, using the thing we have up here in the DK persona, in any character, you have these flexes on the face. We can go into the graph editor, move it over, zoom in. Going to be working in tenths of seconds again. So to start with, every syllable, or really every letter, obviously you're going to be moving your lips differently depending on how you say it. So a good tip is looking up phonemes, or a phoneme table in your browser. Go to Google Images or something. We search phoneme table lips. And then you can get something that looks a bit like this. So we have, actually let's just get the full image up. So these kind of sounds will create this mouth, and so on. But you can also just act out in your head, or not in your head, but like in real life. So if I go, oh, I know for oh what my mouth will look like. It will look like that. And then we can just translate it into the game. So hello has H-E-L-L-O. So to start with, we'll go with an H, which is a bit of a weird sound, a bit unnatural. It's just a H. So you just open your mouth a little bit. You're lifting up your top lip a bit. So if we press space on Source Filmmaker now, hello, and then move it to here. So here's going to be our first keyframe. We're going to select face, lower face. And this just means that you won't create any keyframes for anything else. We're only going to be using these sliders here. We're also going to put one at 0 because we want him to start off with his current face. So here, we're going to have the sound. I'm going to lift that up, and we're going to open his mouth. So there, and then maybe pull out the corners of the mouth a little bit. So that's just a hello. In fact, we'll copy this one here, Control-C, and put it here. Hello. So then that stays the same, and then he opens his mouth. Hello. So H. Hello. Let's zoom in a bit more. Hello. So around about the center of the sound of the letter, that's where you want to have your keyframe for the letter. So he, it's a bit more open, corners pulled up, a little bit less upper lip raiser. So we'll pull it out here. Do this. In fact, it's not so much open as it is the bottom lip, because the teeth are quite close together. But there we go. Hello. Hello. Okay, so that's that to begin with. Hello. So now we've got the L. The problem with this is tongue movements you can't do with Dota 2's models because they're not designed to move. So we're going to have to kind of disguise it a little bit, probably behind the teeth. So you go hell. You can see the teeth are quite close together. So we're going to lower the jaw. Oh, raise the jaw, sorry. We're going to lower the teeth and raise the teeth. Raise the lips, I should say. In fact, open the jaw a little bit. And then pull the corner in. Yeah. A little bit more. Hello. La, la, la. It's a little bit more raised on the top lip, I think. These settings here, you'll just have to fiddle around with. They're generally, self-titled, so you'll know what you're getting into when you drag it. Okay, we'll see what that looks like, and then the O. So around about here, we'll do O, which is ooh. So we reset these to default because we don't really want them to be, well, we can just forget about them for now. So O. So that's kind of puckered. Hello. 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 It's good practice to press a new keyframe for every, for all of the lower face settings, because if you have, say, if you have lip pucker set to whatever, and then you forget about it, and then you need to change it here, it's going to go from here to here, even with all of the other keyframes in between. So it's good to make sure that you reset stuff that you're not using, or at least if you have something that's staying the same across multiple keyframes, make sure that it's still got a keyframe whenever you need to change it. So it doesn't just go from sloping one slowly down to the other, it's straight and then down. So now that we've got that, we can go back to a default pose, or default mouth pose, I guess. So give him a smile at the end, why not? And pull down like this. And we'll go back to the start, see how it looks. Hello. And that's pretty much just lip sync. Obviously, since you're going letter by letter, it'll be time consuming, as is all animation. It's something that requires a lot of patience. But it is quite satisfying when you get it looking quite right. Hello. And you can go slowly through it like that. Hello. In fact, I think I'm going to move this one back a little bit so you can just click and drag it. Hello. Hello. Yeah, there we go. So now that we've done the lip sync and we've done custom sounds, let's go straight into particles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dark seal wall behind him, because I think that's, first of all, that's one of the only particles I've ever used. And it also gives a good example of how it works. So we have create animation set for new particle system. We're going to search for wall, and we're going to find the dark seal wall. So there's most spells in Dota are made up of a lot of different particles. So let's find, I believe it's this one. We're going to have to fiddle around with it a little bit and find out which is which. So where is it? It is here, supposedly. Let's move it behind the Dragon Knight. First of all, put it on the floor. So why isn't it here? Because, hello, it is. You just need to play. Because it's told to create at 0 seconds. Let's change that. So you right click it and do set particle system start time, or edit particle system start, stop, end times. So we'll have the start time at -1. So it starts before the clip even begins. It lasts for 60 seconds, or emits for 60 seconds, it lasts for 60 seconds, and it goes at the normal speed. So 2 would be twice as fast, 0.5 would be half as fast. So now if we go to the start, it's still there. So why is it looking like that? That's the second question. Let's open it up. So we have control points here. That's a lot of them, and I don't think you need all of them. So let's play around with these. We've got control point 0, and drag that over here. And you can see that the wall is beginning to take shape. So if we have it here, the wall will go in that direction. Let's try control point 1. I assume that's going to be this side, but I may be wrong. There we go. So now if we play, you can see it's working. And in fact, because I've put the keyframes here, it's going to move into that position. You can sort of see the... Hello. Yeah, there we go. It does it reverse, but it doesn't do it in forward. Source filmmaker is a bit weird, but that is the way it works. So you can have moving walls. I'm sure it'll look fine in the render. There we go. I wonder what control point 2 is. I think... Yeah, so all of these, like I said, they're all made up of different particles. So adjusting these control points is going to be different, because you're going to be adjusting different particles at different times. So if we move this one, let's see what happens. Doesn't seem to do much. This one. But yeah, most particles will have control points. And that will be adjusting, such as the length of the wall, the position of the wall. Let's try something else, just an example. Let's see if we can figure out something completely new. Let's search for shockwave. We're looking for the Magnus shockwave. We want... In fact, let's Magnus shockwave. Okay. Search for Magnus then. Why not? Magnus spell? No. Okay, let's not search for shockwave. Oh, I was there. Magnetor. There we go. Like I said, spells or hero names are occasionally weird. There we go. Magnetor shockwave. So let's send it back to the start. So where is it? It is here. If we press play, what happens? Hello. Nothing. Let's move it here. I should get rid of that keyframe. Let's go into the motion editor as well. That way we don't move it around too much. Hello. Hello. Nothing. Okay. So let's open it up. Here we go. Control points again. So the control point is still underground. I wonder if it's playing anything down here. Hello. No. So I'm gonna all of these. Oh, maybe just control point. We'll move that up here. Hold down shift so it goes underground. Hello. Actually, one thing I have forgotten to do is start, stop, and end times. There we go. Set that to -0.5. Ah, here we are. Hello. So we have control point 0 is here. So one of the other points must be telling what direction it goes in, like this. So let's put control point 0 over here. And yeah, you can kind of see how it's working. Control point 1 over here. Hello. That's peculiar. What about if I move this one? Nope. I wonder if it's based on the transform as well. No, it's not. That's just like the root bone. So control point 0, control point 1. Or maybe it's the fact that they're not on the ground properly. Hello. Maybe it's not. So, yeah. Source Filmmaker is glitchy. And I'm not sure why it's going in that direction. And I'm not sure what all of these control points do either. But you can figure stuff out in the same way that I've just done. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, but it's going to be something you'll have to get used to, I think. Perhaps this is based around... Ah, okay. So I think this position, this control point 1, it goes in the direction based around the transform, not control point 0. So control point 1, if we wanted to go to the right, we'll put it here because that's just to the right of the transform. But it's obviously not to the right of the control point 0. So a little weird, but it works. So if we actually put control point 0 at the space of the transform, that way, if we move these together, and then move control point 1 over here. Oh, hello. Hello. There we go. That's the kind of thing we want. And if we want it to last for less time, like just a second, we can go and edit the stop stop times, change the emission duration to 1. Hello. And then it disappears. Or maybe it doesn't. Like I said, hello. It's going to be something you have to try and figure out for yourself because I can't do every particle, but that's the general gist of things. And yeah, that's it. That's the custom sounds, that's lip sync, that's particles. And that should be everything you need to make any animation. You know how to create models, you know how to attach them, you know how to do lip sync, you know how to do face posing, you know how keyframes work, and that's it. You know how to export stuff. You're all good to go. Just practice, maybe not every day, but just whenever you feel like it. If you have motivation to make something, that's perfect. If you have something in mind that you're like, hey, yeah, this could be pretty funny, just try it out, see what happens. It doesn't need to be good. It just needs to be something, because something is better than nothing. And yeah, that's it. If there are any more things you want to learn, or if there are things that you think I've missed out, do let me know and I'll create a 4th video. But till then, see you around.